Kang Do-yoon felt adrift in the steam of the Seoul bathhouse. The warmth was meant to be comforting, but it only seemed to amplify his loneliness, a quiet ache in the center of his chest. He took a deep breath, the air thick with the scent of cedar and minerals, and walked to the counter. "A therapist, please," he mumbled. "A male therapist." The man who appeared was tall, with a kindness in his posture that seemed to gentle the very air around him. "Lee Jae-hyun," he said, his voice as calm as a slow-moving river. "I'll be taking care of you today." His eyes, the color of soft brown earth, met Do-yoon's. In that moment, something in Do-yoon's tightly wound core began to loosen. It was the steadiness in Jae-hyun's gaze, the unassuming warmth that radiated from him like the heated floors of the bathhouse. For the first time all day, Do-yoon felt a flicker of peace. On the massage table, Do-yoon's remaining tension coiled in his shoulders. He braced himself for the usual impersonal clinical touch. But Jae-hyun's hands were different. There was a tenderness in the pressure, a searching quality to the movements. It felt as if Jae-hyun was listening to a story told by Do-yoon's weary body, and responding with a silent, soothing language of his own. With every gentle stroke, Do-yoon felt a wall inside him crumble. It was more than therapy. It was a profound sense of being seen, of being cared for. A deep, unspoken connection bloomed in the quiet room. A week passed, but the memory of that warmth lingered. Do-yoon found himself walking back to the bathhouse, his heart a nervous drum against his ribs. He wasn't there for a massage. He was there for a hope, a fragile maybe. He found him in the lounge, sitting on a bench and slowly eating a popsicle. Jae-hyun looked up, and a slow, genuine smile spread across his face, making his soft brown eyes crinkle at the corners. "You're back?" he said. Do-yoon's carefully rehearsed words vanished. Yes, he managed. Jae-hyun broke his red popsicle in two and offered half to Do-yoon. They sat in a comfortable silence, the simple act of sharing the sweet, cold treat feeling more intimate than any conversation. As Do-yoon was leaving, his heart sinking with the missed opportunity, Jae-hyun called out. "Wait." He scribbled his number on a small piece of paper. "If you'd like to get a coffee sometime, or something." The warmth in his eyes was unmistakable. Their first date was under the glowing canopy of a street food stand. The air was filled with the savory steam of tteokbokki and the chatter of the city. Laughter came easily between them, chasing away the last of Do-yoon's nervousness. Later, they walked along the Han River. The city lights shimmered on the dark water, a galaxy at their feet. They talked about everything and nothing, their steps falling into a natural, easy rhythm. Their connection wasn't a sudden fire, but the slow, steady burn of embers. It was a relationship built on quiet understanding, shared silences, and the simple joy of being in each other's presence. One autumn, they took the train to Busan to visit Do-yoon's parents. Do-yoon twisted his hands in his lap the whole way. "They'll love you," he said, trying to convince himself. Jae-hyun simply took his hand, his touch, a steady anchor. Do-yoon's mother was polite, but reserved. Yet she watched, as Jae-hyun insisted on helping her in the kitchen, his movements careful and respectful. She saw the sincere way he listened to her stories about Do-yoon's childhood. His father was a man of few words. But when Jae-hyun spoke with genuine interest about the old fishing photos on the wall, Do-yoon's father began to talk, his voice full of pride. He saw the deep respect Jae-hyun had for the life he had built. Later that evening, Do-yoon's mother pulled him aside. "He has a good heart, that one," she said, patting his arm. "He looks at you like you are the most important person in the world." From across the room, his father gave Jae-hyun a small, appreciative approving nod. Years spun by like seasons. The city changed, their lives changed, but the one constant was the quiet warmth between them. It was in the shared cups of morning tea and the way they could find each other in any room. Their love was not a grand declaration shouted from the rooftops. It was a home. It was the steady hand that found yours in the dark, the calm voice that chased away the nightmares, the unwavering presence that said, "You are not alone." It was a deep, tender, and eternal comfort, a quiet improvisation that had become their life's most beautiful song. It was their warmth, and it was enough. It was everything.